Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. And don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Pollack and Jesse Palmer will join me shortly. For now, let's enjoy Enter Sandman. Lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hokies offense will get the first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Holds it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Drones. Working on the right. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Tosses it incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Reed. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to throw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Reed. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Looking for room, it's Reed.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Reed. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They march 79 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Selden. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Got it in the middle, it's Green. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for room, it's Stewart. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has all the tools. And you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Green. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Hokies have taken it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. That's caught. It's Johnson.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Drone. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hokies!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Using the quick game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Quickly out to the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Got it in the middle, it's Lee. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback can't get away, and down he goes. No time left on the clock. They passed on the field goal try, and they'll get nothing in like it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reed. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Snagged in the middle. Excelled it. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Still on his feet. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Johnson. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The give out of the gun. Sweet cut there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
To the air on first down. Here's the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Get in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
To the air, it's drones. Quarterback extends the play. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wants to throw on third. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Green. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. Caught over the middle. It's Williams.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Muscling ahead on third and short. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Took a shot as he threw. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Lee. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. He makes a catch. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Reed. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Touchdown, Pitt! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on fourth down. Quickly to the tight end. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.